with all of his performances.
Yeah.
Don Lake says it so well. He was so relatable, and you root for that person because you can relate to them so well. And but yeah, it was just really awesome to see his career develop and get some of those amazing roles, JFK
And JFK, I know, another one that he did. Why now? Why was this the right time for you two to put everything into this too?
This is such a huge project, and you kind of have to have an understanding of, who we are as a family, who you are as individually, before you can begin to think about how to tell a story of someone, especially that you love, and then also find a group of people you trust. And Colin and Ryan were just exactly that. They cared about it, but they also had the skill set and all the things that it takes to get this job done. And they did just such an amazing job. Shane Reed did an incredible job editing it. And Jenny talked about it all the time, but documentaries changed. We had done, A&E biographies back in the 90s, and thought that that's all you really needed to do, and then you can kind of continue with your life. And then film, I think it was after the Fred Rogers documentary, it was just all of a sudden, they just erupted in storytelling. And so from that point on.
Yeah, storytelling, the way documentaries were being made and the type of documentary that was coming out was completely different. It wasn't your very typical, very like A&E, this is like, well,
yeah.
it's like, oh, he had this, and then he died, and then you're like, oh, sad, and then it was kind of very formulaic. And then eventually documentaries got more creative, and there was the funness to them, and you were actually really, truly intrigued. And like I said before, it's also us as a family growing up and kind of time and just kind of processing, our dad being gone, and then also understanding as an adult going, oh, maybe that's what he was going through, or that is what he was going through, and you can kind of relate more as you could as a child when you just look at it and you're like, oh, well, that's, I don't get it. But then you get older and you go, oh, I do that. That's why he does that, and I totally understand. And so when you put that, I think now was the time to kind of, like Chris also said, and finding the right group of people that you can trust to kind of go, okay, let's do it.
It's sort of like detective work.